As you may all know, Ben Simmons has received a lot of media attention in the recent months. A so-called back injury has sidelined him for over a year, and just when people thought he was going to return in Game 4 against the Boston Celtics in this year's playoffs, he once again decided to sit out and not play the game. And now it has just been announced that Ben Simmons is to miss another 3 to 4 months because of his back surgery. So how did someone who won Rookie of the Year, and for a time was regarded as one of the best players in the league, turn into a player who hasn't seen the court in over a year? This is the rise and fall of Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons was born on July 20th, 1996, in Melbourne, Australia. Ben's father, Dave, played college basketball for Oklahoma City University in the US, but then turned to become a professional in Australia's National Basketball League. Simmons would follow in his father's footsteps at age 10 when he began playing junior basketball for the Knox Raiders in Australia. But along with basketball, he also played Australian football at the junior level. Simmons was torn between basketball and football, but he eventually decided to focus on basketball. At age 15, Simmons played basketball for Box Hill Senior Secondary College at the 2011 Australia Schools Championships. Later that year, despite only being 15 years old, he was chosen to represent Australia at the 2012 FIBA Under-17 World Championship. But then in January of 2013, Simmons moved to the US to continue his basketball journey, and he immediately started playing at the Montverde Academy in Florida. Simmons helped Montverde rally from a 16-point deficit in the final of the high school national tournament. He then would return to Melbourne in Australia, where he joined the Bulleen Boomers, a team of the Big V Australian League, where he'd average 12 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, and 2 assists per game. Simmons then would return to Montverde Academy, and this is where he began to pick up some traction. Simmons led Montverde Academy to 3 straight consecutive high school national title games, and during his time there, he averaged 28 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. Ben Simmons was considered a 5-star recruit by ESPN and listed as the #1 power forward and #1 player in the entire nation in 2015. This is when Simmons started to get offers from many big-name colleges, such as Kentucky, Kansas, and Duke. But ultimately, Simmons would end up being committed to Louisiana State University. Upon joining Louisiana State, Simmons began his career on a 4-stop national tour in Australia with the Tigers, which gave him the opportunity to play basketball in his home country. The Tigers completed the Australian tour with a 3-2 record led by Ben Simmons, who averaged 20 points and 9 rebounds per game. This would lead to Ben Simmons winning already many awards in college in his freshman year. He was named the SEC's Preseason Player of the Year, who was only the second freshman to do that behind Kentucky's Julius Randle in 2013, and the Associated Press's Preseason All-America Team honors. In his freshman year, Ben Simmons averaged 19 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists per game, leading LSU in every major statistical category except 3-point and free throw shooting. Although the team's regular season was largely regarded as a disappointment, finishing the regular season with an 18-13 record. LSU did make the 2016 SEC tournament, where Simmons led LSU to defeat Tennessee in the quarterfinals, but then lost in the semifinals to Texas A&M. However, Simmons' freshman season was a huge success, as even Magic Johnson said that Simmons was the best all-around player since LeBron James. At the conclusion of his freshman season, Simmons immediately declared for the NBA draft, foregoing his final 3 years of college eligibility. And this is where his NBA career would begin. Leading up to the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons did have attitude and character concerns by the media. However, this did not prevent the Philadelphia 76ers from selecting Ben Simmons with the #1 overall pick. And he was the first college player in the modern era to be picked first overall, but never playing in the NCAA tournament. Simmons would start off his NBA career with the Sixers during the 2016 NBA Summer League. Even though he didn't shoot the ball well, Simmons overall was praised for his court awareness and passing ability, and was named to be the All-Las Vegas Summer League first team, where he averaged 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists per game. But on September 30th, 2016, Ben Simmons rolled his right ankle during the final training camp scrimmage of the 76ers. And after receiving a further X-ray and MRI, it was revealed that Ben Simmons had suffered a fracture of his right foot. and was estimated to miss 3 or 4 months, but this was upgraded to be ruled out for the entire 2016-17 NBA season after tests continued to reveal that Ben Simmons' foot had not fully healed. The 2017-2018 regular season would be his rookie year. Straight off the bat, Ben Simmons was posting double-doubles and triple-doubles. He joined Oscar Robertson as the only players ever to post 10-plus points, 10-plus rebounds, and 5-plus assists in their first 3 NBA games. He also only became the 3rd rookie to record a triple-double in his first 4 games. He also became the only player in NBA history to begin a season with at least 170 points, 100 rebounds, and 80 assists in a team's first 10 games. So as you can see, even though his point totals aren't that high, he's a very well-rounded player who not only can rebound, but he can pass the ball well and score when needed. Throughout the season, he continued to post more double and triple doubles, and on March 15th against the New York Knicks, Simmons became the 3rd rookie in NBA history to reach 1,000 points, 500 rebounds, and 500 assists. He posted a triple-double in that game and became 2nd place for the most triple-doubles in a rookie season, only behind Oscar Robertson. Led by Simmons and Embiid, the 76ers finished the regular season with 16 straight wins, which earned them the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. Their season record of 52 wins and 30 losses also is the best since 2001. And at the conclusion of the regular season, Simmons was named Eastern Conference Rookie of the Month. In Ben Simmons' playoff debut against the Miami Heat, he recorded a double-double and was 1 rebound away from a triple-double, but it earned Philadelphia the win. In Game 4, Simmons led the 76ers with a triple-double to give them the 3-1 lead against Miami, and this made him the first rookie since Magic Johnson to have a playoff triple-double and only became the 5th to do so. Simmons' well-rounded performances helped the 76ers move on to the 2nd round of the playoffs, with a 4-1 series win against Miami. They would face the up-and-coming Boston Celtics, led by rookie Jason Tatum and second-year player Jaylen Brown. However, Simmons and the rest of the 76ers underperformed in the series, losing to Boston in 5 games. Simmons' best performance of that series came in Game 4, where Philadelphia got their only win, but Simmons posted a 19-point, 13-rebound double-double. Despite this loss, though, the future was bright for the 76ers, and hopefully they can make an even better playoff push the following season. Ben's efforts were not in vain, however, as he averaged 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists per game, which earned him the Rookie of the Year award, also earning him NBA All-Rookie First Team honors. Ben Simmons picked up where he left off during the 2018-19 season, recording double and triple doubles left and right, with slightly higher totals. Simmons became the 2nd fastest player in NBA history to reach 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 1,000 assists, only behind Oscar Robertson. It took him only 125 games to reach this feat. His success this season led him to receive his first All-Star selection for the Eastern Conference, becoming the first Australian to become an All-Star. After the All-Star break, Simmons and the 76ers continue to show success, finishing the season 51 wins with 31 losses, once again placing 3rd in the Eastern Conference. In these playoffs, though, not only has Simmons and Embiid's game improved, the addition of Jimmy Butler, another star player, can help give the 76ers a much-needed push to possibly appear in the finals this season. In the first-round playoff series against Brooklyn, the 76ers won in 5 games, and Simmons posted impressive numbers over a couple of games. In Game 2, Simmons recorded his 2nd postseason triple-double with 18 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds in a 145-123 win, and in Game 3, Simmons scored a postseason career-high 31 points, which led to another Philadelphia win. Winning this series against Brooklyn would put them in the 2nd round against Toronto, led by Kawhi Leonard and Kyle Lowry. But Ben Simmons once again would underperform in the 2nd round. He didn't tally a single double or triple-double throughout the entire series. He also only had one 20-point game. However, despite him underperforming, other teammates such as Jimmy Butler, Embiid, and Tobias Harris would largely contribute to the series, pushing it all the way to a Game 7, where Philadelphia would lose to Kawhi Leonard's iconic game winner, sending Toronto to the conference finals and eliminating Philadelphia. This was an improvement from the previous season. However, with all of the talent on that playoff team, it largely was a disappointment considering if they played their cards right, they definitely could have won the championship this year. Simmons finished the season averaging 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists per game. Following this season, it became the 2019-2020 NBA season. Simmons would have a very similar stat line to the previous season, with 16 points per game, 8 assists per game, and 8 rebounds a game. However, Simmons averaged 2.1 steals per game, making him the steals leader of the 2019-20 season. Ben Simmons would continue the common theme of him frequently getting double and triple doubles, which was one of the reasons he was awarded his second All-Star appearance this season. Simmons dealt with a little bit of injury this season, however. In one of the regular season games, he left the game in the first quarter with a lower back injury, which turned out to be a nerve impingement, which sidelined him until the NBA returned after pausing play in the NBA bubble. Simmons would finish the NBA season in the bubble, but then experience another injury, a knee injury, which caused him to miss the entirety of the playoffs that season, where Philadelphia got eliminated by Boston in a sweep. But due to Simmons' impressive stats this season, not only did he gain an All-Star appearance, but he was named to the All-NBA third team, his first All-NBA appearance, and the NBA All-Defensive first team. And that brings us to the 2020-2021 NBA season, the last season that Ben Simmons has currently played in. Ben Simmons' numbers would slightly regress, averaging 14 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, and 7 assists per game. But despite this, Ben Simmons still got an All-Star selection and once again was selected NBA All-Defensive First Team. He also posted a career-high 42 points, and with help from Tobias Harris and Joel Embiid, the 76ers finished with the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Possibly this could be the year that they make a good run for the finals. In the first round, Philadelphia was paired up against the Washington Wizards, where Ben Simmons would play very well, recording 2 double-doubles and a triple-double, as Philadelphia would win that series in 5 games. For the third time in 4 years, this would put Philadelphia into the second round of the playoffs. Could they finally escape the second round this year? They would go up against the Trae Young-led Atlanta Hawks. And once again, in a very similar theme, Ben Simmons underperformed in the second round for the third time. He only recorded 1 double-double, and in that 7-game series, he had 4 games where he scored underneath 10 points. Philadelphia would lose that series to Atlanta in 7 games, and this is when Ben Simmons started to become under scrutiny. He shot 33% from free throws, 15 for 45 against the Hawks. He also had a very controversial play where he could have taken a very easy layup, but instead passed the ball up. Comments were made by many 76ers, such as Joel Embiid and Doc Rivers, that showed their disappointment and confusion in Ben Simmons. In response to this and other factors that Ben Simmons was dealing with, even though he had 4 years left on his contract, he decided that he no longer wanted to be a member of Philadelphia. He declared that he wanted to be traded and was even willing to miss training camp to enforce his trade demand. This was quite the bitter ending to what looked like a promising career on the 76ers for Ben Simmons. During this period of sitting out, Simmons was fined many times by the 76ers organization, and this led to him becoming the most fined player in NBA history, with reports estimating that he had surpassed $10 million fined by the end of 2021. But on February 10th, 2022, Simmons finally got his wish as he was traded to the Brooklyn Nets along with Andre Drummond and Seth Curry and 2 future first-round picks in exchange for James Harden and Paul Millsap. Even though he joined the Nets on February 10th of this year, he still has not played a single game with Brooklyn. This is because of shortly after joining the Nets, Simmons was diagnosed with a herniated disc in his back, which caused him to miss the remainder of the regular season and the play-in tournament. However, Simmons announced that his debut would be on Game 4 against the Boston Celtics during the first round of the NBA playoffs. But in a surprise to no one, Ben Simmons ended up not playing due to back soreness, and that would be the last time the Nets took the court that season as they got swept by the Boston Celtics. Following the sweep, Ben Simmons underwent back surgery and is expected to miss 3 to 4 months because of it. And that leads us to where we are today. It is projected that Ben Simmons should be fully healthy for the 2022-23 NBA season. However, with his track record, there's no way in telling for sure. Just like that, Ben Simmons went from being one of the best all-around players to sitting out for more than a full year and becoming the most fined player in NBA history. And that is the rise and fall of Ben Simmons. Thank you everybody so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Personally, I think Ben Simmons' best season was the 2018-19 season, just because he started 79 games, which is really efficient. His averages were the best, and he earned an All-Star appearance. 2019-20 is another really good season for Ben Simmons. considering he was first team all defense and an all NBA selection. However, him only starting 57 games is a little bit alarming. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly content covering all sports. I've been on a basketball streak lately just because of the playoffs. Also, feel free to check out other videos on this channel. This is not my first Rise and Fall video. I've also done Rise and Fall of Isaiah Thomas and Rise and Fall of Gordon Hayward. So feel free to check those videos out too. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next Heaps video.